Ketna, are you there?
What? Feel at the moment is just kind of looking over the drakes. Not really doing a perception-worthy thing. She's just super curious about them, since they vaguely remind her of what she used to look like.
Okay, I am back.
Okay, there you are.
Was there any interesting information about the drakes divulged?
Nope, not
Besides their
particularly.
scale colors, not really.
Okay. So Zaji will say, well, actually, final question I would have is, do they look like they're mountable?
Yes. Each of them
Okay.
looks like they could hold two of you.
I presume this would be alright to the Harvest Temple, so let me first and first and foremost get a location from the barkeep. If you not want to stay here for a moment.
Sprout has given all of the drakes treats and is petting them again.
So let's go to the stable hand and say, we will fetch them momentarily. I just need to go check on some directions.
Hey, Sprout.
Hmm?
What are these creatures anyway? They kind of look like how I used to look like, but they're bigger. They're on all fours.
Do I need to roll nature? Can I roll nature to, like, know a little bit more about these creatures?
Sure.
Hmm. 9. Fuck everything.
Oh no.
Poor Sprout. It's okay, you're just a bad druid.
Would Sprout at least know to call them by drakes?
I
or...
sure fucking hope so.
Can I roll nature?
Sure.
Sprout will say,
Hmm.
I know they're called drakes, but I mostly interacted with mammals. Are you fucking kidding me?
True. Giga Stacy.
With that roll, Xyla might as well have not had ass at all.
I actually know exactly why that roll shows up.
Why?
Because Revenant.
Oh my god.
They're drakes.
Fuck,
you
I should have
idiot.
mentioned it's actually Arcana, but I'll give you the 20 anyway.
These are drakes, you moron. They're a type of pseudo-dragon. Pseudo... What?
It means they're kind of like a dragon, but not actually a dragon.
Is your head just full of fluff for some reason? Z. Oh my goodness. Our split has made it so you only have half the information you should know. Oops. Just so you know, by the way, Revenant is making herself known through the witch magic, making a kind of talking shadow. How do you function? Barely.
All the more reason for us to stick together, right? Pool our knowledge?
So, so Zaji,
Thanks
mentioned
for
to the
the
stable hand that
resubscribe,
she was.
Eternal.
What's that?
Nothing. Go.
So Zaji had asked, or mentioned to the stable hand that she needed to head back to the tavern real quick for directions, unless the stable hand wants to offer directions.
Revenant gives me...
Roll diplomacy.
I can't. I'm out of the house.
Alright, fair. I'll get it.
While Sozaji is doing that, Revenant is looking over the drakes and quirks an eyebrow at something, but she keeps her mouth shut for the moment. Something wrong, Revy? Nah, nothing. You know you can't hide stuff from me. I can tell you think something's weird. The shadow just vaguely gestures to the party. Yeah, there are a lot of weird things here, aren't they? Aren't there?
The
Including
stable
us.
hand would the stable hand would start laughing the second that she mentioned where they were headed. She realized that festival is gonna be sorry, hang on. She realized that festival is going to take at least 8 days to arrive too. And that's if you've got really good transportation.
I see. Well, we can certainly try, although, given our particular mounts here, I suppose we should be headed off immediately. Then, if you could at least point in the right direction.
Sure, but it's pretty treacherous. Even with good vehicles, you might really get screwed over. You could die.
Understood. I've already had them. I've already had guns and swords pointed at me a number of times already.
It
Well
wouldn't be
then.
my first. Sorry.
Well then, I wish you luck on your journey.
Appreciated. Don't take it too hard if you have failed to dissuade me. It won't be your fault. I just had a much more powerful persuader who convinced me to go there.
I don't consider it my fault, or even a problem. People are going to do whatever they want to do ultimately.
Understood. Appreciate the help. I do appreciate the help then. So then she'll return to the party. At which point she will relay that the Drakes are probably their transportation to this festival, and quite possible that the Druids somehow arranged for it.
Let's head off a little bit. It says, yeah, says Revenant. I actually got something I need to tell you, Sildaji. For once.
And what's that?
Away from others for a moment.
Ah, very well. She'll then move further. She'll move somewhere out of earshot.
Revenant the shadow of Revenant kind of drags Porzila along to talk to Sildraji. She mutters quietly. Whatever these creatures are, they're not drakes. I don't know what they are, but something about them's wrong. I don't sense maliciousness, don't get me wrong. It does not feel like what a normal creature ought to. Whether or not your druid friend and had any hand in this, I don't know. You certainly
Well,
know.
Oh, go ahead.
You certainly know how to come across interesting allies.
Yes, well, we did help a very interesting druid when you think about it.
Just figured at least you ought to know.
Oh. Zila, sorry, did Zila say there's something you ought to know?
No, I said just figured you ought to know, as in what she just told you,
Oh.
figuring you should know at least.
Understood. I suppose the question is, are you feeling up to whatever these creatures are going to do? Because given that it is supposed to be an 8-day treacherous journey by normal means, it's quite possible that the reason these are different is because they may be significantly faster than anyone would expect.
Look, Zila's following you lot around, so regardless of whether or not I want to, I'm coming along. I just figured that I'd be helpful for once and actually tell you. There's something slightly amiss. Granted, all I
Understood.
basically told you is weird ghost has weird ghost senses, so probably not exactly helpful.
No, it is certainly appreciated. I'm just, unfortunately, unless we know exactly what's off about them, we don't have much time to be able to sacrifice on this. They seem big enough to carry two of us each, and so we should probably take advantage of this as best as we can.
Alright. But if one of those drakes tries to eat someone, it's not my fault. And you better not
If
go
one,
trying to possess Azila, because she's mine.
certainly. If there is anything that we encounter with the drakes, I will try my best to keep everyone safe. I don't have the most powerful magic, but I will try my best nonetheless.
Right. Anyways, let's go back to the others and get a move on then.
She nods.
Hey, Revi, since you're being more friendly, why don't you take front for a bit? Are you sure you want me to do that, Z? Well, you haven't tried to murder anyone.
If I
Wow,
may,
your standards are low.
if I may, Revenant, if your senses are a bit sharper, then perhaps if you should be the one to be in front for the journey there in case anything goes wrong.
Sure, whatever.
You're keeping Zila safe and anything that would assist in that.
Damn, I ran my mouth too much about what I'm doing. Fine.
She just offers Revenant a polite bow before heading back to the party.
Mila and Revenant switch who's active for the moment, and also return. So, who's ready to ride our strange who Drake friends to a place that's gonna take us 8 days to get to? Hope you don't get saddle sores.
Not sure about saddle sores, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about stable animals, but they're not quite your stock variety.
And for what it's worth, if my suspicions are correct about these, it's an 8-day journey that we're about to make in 3 to 4. So I suppose if anyone has motion sickness issues, you should speak up now.
I am wondering exactly what you think these things are capable of, but I have a feeling. I'm not entirely sure I want to know the answer. Oh well.
We'll find
Whether
out
it's to
soon
find
enough. At this point, Jethro will head outside of the stables.
I mean, I was already. From what I understood, Sprout
Yeah.
had already taken the creatures outside the stable, so.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, as soon as he's out of the stable, he'll just like pull out his gun and do a routine checkup on it. Effectively,
So
he's checking
Zachi
his
will head.
gear before they leave. But sorry, go ahead.
So Zachi will head over to one of the drakes and give it a few pets before checking to see if it will let her on.
It does.
At which point she'll give it several more pets and then look to the rest of the party and say, "Well, it seems that they are very much ready for us."
Yep, this is gonna be an interesting adventure, ain't it? Your mark's going up to the purple one. Let's just try to get along, you and I.
The Drake nods.
And I will let Tama decide which one Silzaji got on.
They all look the same.
They all have.
Wasn't there?
No, they had a mix of the three colors.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they all have a very interesting mixed color scheme.
So then, since it's going to be two people per Drake, who wants to ride with me?
Vigo speaks up and just goes, "I'll do it."
Excellent.
So, is everyone ready?
After checking all of his gear, Jethro will reholster his weapons and jump on the first available Drake.
So will Zila, who picks up Sprout to join her on one of the drakes.
Okay. Each of you roll fortitude save.
Oh, this
My
is gonna be
fortitude,
fun.
please.
I wonder what
Motion
kind of fortitude
sickness.
save.
It's not the roll button. Don't mess around with that.
Damn, someone handles their rides the same way they handle sour gum.
Hello, you good? Hello?
Hello? Uh-oh. They didn't pass out, did they? Oh.
Try DMing.
I'll give them a poke.
Anyway. There we go. Everyone roll your will saves now.
Oh, jeez.
I'll tell you what, I don't feel very safe right now.
I am so sorry. I don't know what the fuck happened, but my headphones did something weird so that the music that I'm listening to continued playing, but I didn't hear dick shit from Discord, so I was just sitting here wondering why I was so quiet the whole time y'all were talking about something.
Oh no!
I
How caught
genuinely
up
have
are you?
no idea how that happened. I don't know what's been going on.
I can give a summary.
Please.
Yeah. So they're settling up on the drakes, and from what Sozaji is saying is, if her suspicions are correct, someone has set them up to get to the Harvest Temple in time for the festival, which means they're about to make an 8-day journey in 3 to 4 days,
Okay.
and all that. And then there's a fortitude save and a will save.
Okay.
I did your
Thank
rolls, don't
you.
worry about it.
Thanks, sorry about that. I genuinely have no idea what the fuck happened.
Yeah,
It's okay.
Okay.
Sometimes
I'm
tech
going
issues, but
to describe 2 results, and I'm going to mention everyone who made their save. If you're not on this list, you get the worst result.
yay.
Jethro and Vigo both made their fortitude save. Sprout made their will save.
Oh dear.
Yay.
Revenant just has no luck.
As you get on the dragons, they start running forward at a speed unlike any you have ever felt before. Before eventually leaping. Those of you who failed your fortitude saves lose your lunch. You are flying somewhat at breakneck speeds, which is exhilarating until the point where you start falling, which lasts for a while. And everyone but Sprout sees their death, their impending doom.
Can I explain
Sprout
exactly how
finds
that
it rather exhilarating, by the way. Go ahead.
I'm going to explain just exactly what happened to Revenant because of a few interesting traits about her. Because she hadn't eaten anything, instead of throwing up her lunch, and she just spends the entire time, and anyone who can see her absolutely turned green, as in visibly turned green.
Wait, but
I always knew
And
Zelo was secretly an orc.
and because she's already already dead technically, instead of seeing her death, she just relives the death she had multiple times at terminal velocity. So by the time they're on the ground again, she is pale green.
Damn, for someone who was complaining about green earlier, Zila sure has a lot of shades of green in her.
Well, rather Revenant. The Zila Shadow is just looking at poor Revenant, and who looks absolutely just gone. I, I think you broke Revenant.
So we haven't landed at this point.
Yeah.
Sprout steps off of the Drake and promptly collapses on the ground.
Revenant just falls off, and Zila actually has to take back over. I think you broke Revenant. Revi is definitely very broken. I still don't feel good. I still feel the sick though. I need a moment before I can stand up. I don't think the sky is supposed to be orange. A little confirmation that the sky isn't orange would be appreciated, you know.
Jethro's just kind of like dazed, still sitting on the Drake.
Should
Well, at
I
least
wait?
you're not wakes.
Should Zephyr and Sunny have done rules as well, or
No, they're fine with it.
Zephyr and Sunny will hop off and crowd around Sprout, I guess.
To be fair, Sprout didn't see his death. He had fun. He just puked before having
Aside of
fun.
puking, yeah.
so Zaji just says, my suspicions were correct, unfortunately. Perhaps also fortunately, she then gets up and looks and sits up and starts looking around.
Interestingly enough, each of you now notices the sky seems far darker, which would suggest that very likely you might have blacked out for part of the journey.
Oh, Revenant definitely blacked out.
Admittedly, that was a lot of fun, but my stomach does not feel good.
No, trust me, I'm very much feeling it. And the exhilarating moment of experiencing a near death.
Having partially recovered from his daze, Jethro will dismount. I feel like my head's being massaged by rocks.
You know what? Where the fuck is my... Hold on.
Neil is still laying on the ground, looking up at the sky.
Heading over to Zila. First class experience.
What's first class?
Let's just say it was worth every copper, and we didn't spend anything on it.
Someone else spent on our behalf.
You
This
okay there, sport?
I'm fine, but I think Revi's not going to become active for a long while.
Jethro will crouch down and kind of like pat her shoulder a bit.
He still looks fucking green. He's absolutely shell-shocked.
So, the sky being darker, does that mean we just made a journey, perhaps close to the destination, in less than a day?
I don't. If we blacked out for most of that, I don't think we have any way of properly telling.
No, we don't. So then look to one of the... are the drakes still around?
Mm-hmm.
So turn to one of the drakes and say, I don't know if I can understand you, but how long has it been?
The dragon just says in very fluent common, 2 days.
Oh, you can talk common. Okay.
Neil gets up. Oh, you guys can talk. And then she nearly falls over.
Jethro attempt to catch her.
Thanks for the ride?
Since we're in a bit of a more remote area, may I ask who it is that requested your assistance?
Sorry, say again?
She's asking who requested their assistance.
Question uncertain. Or answer uncertain.
So you just had an instinct to come to those stables with a doppelganger of me.
Our master has forbidden us from sharing their name.
Ah, understood.
Zila gets up and looks at the drakes. Hey, are you familiars too?
No.
Oh. She actually looks disappointed.
Well, your assistance was much appreciated. Do you happen to know where we need to go from here?
This is a scheduled stop in order for you to eat after the long journey.
Ah. Yes, well, if it's been 2 days, I can understand.
That's a good question. Do any of us feel particularly like parched or famished?
Extremely. You didn't eat for a day.
Where the fuck is my shit? There it is.
With that knowledge in mind, Jethro will very quickly rush to get one of his rations out before wolfing it down, pardon the pun.
So she will work on getting her own rations out as well.
No, mean your puns, damn it.
Well then fine, don't pardon it.
Oh my god.
Sheila actually goes to the side to make a little campfire using one of her alchemist fires. She seems to be doing something.
How long are we gonna be sticking around this area?
Enough time for you to replenish your strength.
Sheila has taken a number of cooking things from her pack and seems to be making food. That's why I rolled the crafting.
After... Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, you!
Okay. So, while Suzashi is eating her rations, she then looks over to the drakes and says, "Can we perhaps get some names to call you?"
Our master has not specified a name.
Ah,
Would you like one?
If it would help.
Suzashi will quickly pull out, so let's see, let me double check what's in her pack. She'll like pull out some rope and begin just coloring it various colors, and then and then going to put the rope just around the ankles of each of them, just to make it easier to figure out who we're calling who. Thus, is it very easy for them to distinguish the three drakes apart?
Nope, they all look the same.
Okay. So she is given one a blue rope, one a green rope, and one a red rope.
Sheila is sitting at her little campfire. It seems she's made instant noodles. Seems like something she picked up from town.
Having finally devoured his rations, Jethro will pull out his water pack before sitting down next to Zila.
She just looks at her pot, then at Jethro. Want some noodles?
I'm good now.
She just shrugs and resumes eating from the little bowl she has. Revenant Shadow appears and grunts. How can you even eat anything? You may feel sick, heck, but the body doesn't. I'm not gonna starve it.
You really got the worst out of that trip, didn't you?
I guess those sharper senses didn't help you very much, huh? Huh, Revy? Zila, if you weren't part of me, I would actually kill you right now. Unfortunately, you can't. And where did you get those ridiculous noodles? I bought them. Why? They taste better than rations. Is that all? Is that the only reason you do anything? Yeah?
I can't really blame her for wanting things to taste better.
I was upset when that silver fox lady had to make my food taste better her before, so I've been practicing more. You really took that to heart, huh? I like making things. I don't like making bad things. So, practice makes perfect. Right.
I am hearing things.
I believe it was through Topman's microphone. There was there appeared to be like a masculine voice speaking in the background.
I see. Fuck me, I guess. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, in response to Azila, Jethro say, "Cheers, I'll drink to that," before taking another swig of his flask.
So, Zila, what else did you get while you were in town? A wineskin? A wineskin? Yep. Why in the world did you get a wineskin? Shopkeeper suggested it. Have you just been drinking from that? Have you been getting drunk? Zila tilts her head. You don't know what drunk is, do you? Zila shakes her head. If I wasn't a shadow right now, I would slap the senses out of you and then back in.
Listen, I don't think you're in shape to be slapping the senses out of anybody.
The Revenant shadow just grunts. Zila resumes enjoying her noodles.
In fairness, we were given quite a bit of money. I think a wineskin is the least of our concerns.
She could do anything with that. Buy armor, buy an actual weapon, since all she has are those little explosives.
Sorry
Hey,
about that. Nothing, go on.
My explosives are really useful. See, I was able to light a campfire with them. And what about in a fight? Would you throw them at someone to light them on fire? That'd be kind of rude.
I mean, that's kind of the point of a fight.
Oh, I guess so. I mean, we also have claws and fangs. We could just slash and bite. We do not have the physical strength for that. Yes, we do. Either ways, couldn't you have picked up anything normal? I did. What'd you pick up? Quarterstaff? A quarterstaff? Yep.
5 times as good as a nickel staff.
Oh my god.
Why? So we have something to hit people with. Also, a quarterstaff can be used for a lot of things. I read in a book that you can use them to make an emergency tent. Just what books have you been reading? All sorts of books. You didn't read a book about not getting drunk? That's not interesting.
It's not interesting.
Somehow, Revenant, as a shadow, has a migraine. I, I, I don't understand you. Zila just slurps some of her noodles.
I never really thought about getting drunk as something to be interesting.
Oh, it's interesting at the very least, but maybe not ideal, if you know what I mean.
I believe the more correct term is entertaining.
Certainly.
I just got a stupid idea for Zila. Instead of using Seeing which as our secondary would kineticists because of certain jokes that happened in Wednesday.
Well, you know, I won't discourage such an endeavor.
I mean, if I can just point at someone and give them a handful of nuts and make more jokes like that,
You're
No.
gonna love my nuts.
Oh my god.
I have to give Jess credit for that. Jess was really channeling that day.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Oh, it fits here with slap.
Jess was channeling this slap chop guy.
Yeah, literally.
Exactly.
Zila would point out, "You're being a lot more friendly, though, Revy. What's caused you to chill the hell out?" I have no idea what you're talking about, Zila. Considering I
Must
still
be the
have
wine talking. Sorry, go on.
I have no idea what you're talking about. Well, you haven't threatened to hit anyone, and you've mostly just been being your mean behaviors to joking around. You don't even seem to try to take control forcibly. Just use that weird shadow thing you can do. What is that anyway? You remember we're partly being a ghost, right? This is just what we would look like if we were a full ghost. Since we're still alive enough, it doesn't do anything, so I figured this be a good way for us to talk without me kicking you off the controls. That's more thoughtful than you usually are. Huh? I mean, usually you didn't seem to have a problem with booting me to the back so you could just take over. Why do you care now? Revenant doesn't actually have an answer, or at least nothing should say. I think you're starting to warm up to everyone. In your dreams.
One of the dragons announces, "We will have to leave before long if you wish to make it."
Oh, right. That reminds me. She takes the pot of more cooled down noodles over to the drakes. Would you like some? I made extra.
This drake sniffs it and seems to gobble up it and enjoy it.
But it wasn't a sandwich. Just kidding.
Godzilla is so precious.
She's
Love
a very
Zila,
fun.
protect the Zila.
She's very fun to play.
Um,
Either ways, once she's done eating and cleaning out the pot, she'd store everything back in her bags. Just know it's your fault. Well, if you end up tossing all those noodles, those that you just ate. Teal just shrugs. If it happens, it happens.
that is a fair point, though. If given that it left us not in a great state last time, we shall look to the dragons and ask. Is there any way you could make sure we pass out before we get sick?
You wish us to shock you into unconsciousness?
I am perfectly fine with being conscious while going.
In that case, I have a sleep spell.
I want to stay awake. I want to see if I can endure it. You want to see if you can endure that madness? Well, either we both mess it up and it's funny, or I actually managed to stay up. Up. It's a win-win. You have a strange definition of win-win, Zila. She just
I'll
smiles
take you
and
up on.
tilts her head.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say she smiles and tilts her head.
I'll take you up on that bet.
Oh god. Zila's been drinking.
You guys are gonna bet over this.
20 gold says you stay up. Deal?
Oh, goodness.
Sure. You're going to regret this, Zila. Possibly. But I'd rather do some silly, regrettable things while I can, you know? Right. Sure. The Revenant Shadow just shakes her head. Or makes a gesture similar to that. Since she's just a shadow, you really can't tell.
I suppose 20 gold in the ire of a vengeful spirit.
Screw both of you.
Vigo kind of.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Vigo's gonna kind of butt in and be like, I got 20 gold on her blowing chunks.
You are all ridiculous.
Alright. Deal.
Vigo extends his hand to shake Jethro's.
He will accept it and shake it with great gusto.
Gusto.
The Eli conspiracy grows.
Wait a minute. You were drinking from that wineskin, and you're going to try this bet. Yep. Are you insane? Maybe.
Thinks on that. Yep.
I'm surrounded by idiots. Technically, we're the same person, or at least part of the same person, so that means you're an idiot too. Zila, if you say one more thing, I'm going to find a way to make this shadow choke you.
Out of character. Damn kinky.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Speaking of
Rue.
which, Jethro will mount the Drake and assume the previous position.
Oh, I bet you fucking will.
Fucking swear to God.
Also, yes, as Noodle promises.
Okay.
Either way, Zila will get back on the same Drake she did from before, or at least Revenant did. Looking rather excited. Shadow just looks absolutely terrified. How a shadow can look terrified is unknown, but you can just feel it.
Fuck. I'm
Her
so
own.
close to finishing this goddamn. Go ahead.
You could say her own shadow is scared of her.
Her shadow, the shadow is afraid of the drakes.
Well, surely by extension, she's afraid of the decision that Zila is making.
Oh yeah, oh definitely, oh definitely.
Okay. There we go. Now it's ready. Let's fucking go. Oh, I see it. I do.
Okay. Figure out
Okay.
what the fuck I was trying to do.
So timeout. It will be. The map will be uploaded in approximately 2 minutes. I just need to literally open this up and then slap my overlay on top of it, basically.
Oh yeah, I suppose.
Actually, I used rations a while ago too, so I should be at 5. Unless I guess I haven't been paying enough attention to resupply them, but
Hey guys, do you like green? I know Zila likes
We've been
green.
seeing quite a bit of it today, but
Well, you know. Why don't you just let me do this the easy way? And the problem right now with it just running the lag. So anyway, where's everyone at?
On
Uh,
the Drakes.
On the Drakes.
I think we're all ready to go.
Yeah. What preparations do each of you use, if any? Oh.
Big O's just going to be raw dogging life.
Oh
Honestly.
my
I don't know
god.
what
Okay.
preparations could be made from this position.
Let me take a look, because Sozaji might have things to assist with the, fortitude save. Let me check.
I should have thought to get some utility potions, but
That one only works at the particular cantrip only works on fear effects. Fuck me.
Don't think I have any particular things to help with fortitude. I think I'm just gonna do my damnedest.
Nope, nothing I can use to help.
Actually, Vigo is going to cast musical accompaniment to put on some badass instrumental metal.
oh, I
Flight
thought you
of
were
the
gonna say Ride of the
Bumblebees got it.
Valkyries.
Sorry, what did you say, Tama?
Flight of the Bumblebees. Would you call
Beautiful.
this fortitude save a visual effect?
A visual effect.
A visual effect.
Probably not.
That is deeply unfortunate, but I want the DM's opinion. Wait, what? What visual
Would you
effect?
call this the fortitude save?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be doing. Wait, what am I calling it?
Visual effects.
Mm, no.
Damn. Okay.
Okay, but what about the will save?
Well, that's just you're afraid of dying.
Oh,
Hmm.
that's a fear effect. I can assist with that one.
It's not a fear effect. It's just you are coming face to face with death.
I see. I see. Well, I got nothing.
Not much we can do, but brace yourself.
Pretty much. Okay. Map is getting uploaded. Sorry. Oh. I sort of fuck. I need to just drag in a bunch of tokens from the asset library to
Actually, I
create
guess
people.
is intimidation a fear effect?
Yeah.
Oh, sure then.
Okay.
What
she
spell
can
are
put
you
in
using?
Inspire Courage is a +1 to fear effects or against fear effects.
I'm pretty sure this won't last for the whole ride.
It can last as long as I need it to because it's a cantrip.
It's gonna
So-
use focus points though because it's part of your focus
No,
pool.
it's a cantrip. Because it is considered a cantrip, it does not use focus points.
Okay, then you all get +1.
But just to the will
Poggers.
save.
Yep.
The fortitude save, get fucked.
Rip.
Fortitude
I mean, the
saves.
fortitude save is the one that matters.
Yeah,
I mean, basically, if Sosachi fails the fortitude save too hard, we'll just say she isn't even able to keep up her or cantrip because she can't focus on playing music.
Oig.
I suppose now would be the time to make fortitude saves now.
Perhaps, maybe.
Fortitude. Here we
Oh.
go.
That's a 19.
And the will
All right.
saves.
Is the question is the
Okay.
DC 20?
I guess we'll find out because is Sosachi determined to keep her luncheon this time? Is she very, very determined to focus on playing her music and keeping her luncheon? Anyways,
My
so
goodness.
mine is missing my circumstance bonus, but whatever. Or status bonus, rather. Actually, I guess everyone's is missing that, but whatever.
I rolled with it, but also we could remove it if Sosaji fucking pukes.
Yeah.
Vigo
Something
is
tells
the
me the
only
plus
one
one.
not to blow
Sorry.
chunks.
Wait, who is?
Vigo.
Oh,
Amazing.
Wait, what was the DC?
Which it has to be. It's
It's got to be like 22.
it's 20 to 22. Those are the options.
Well, no, that's why I'm asking what the number is.
No, it is 22.
It is 22? God damn it.
For
I
like
rolled so
level
high.
2, who's gonna make that? Never mind.
Vigo made it.
Vigo!
I was one short. No.
Skill
Okay,
issue.
which means no one gets the +1 to their will saves either because Sosachi well, no, she barely failed it, so she can keep up her music. Fail by 1 is fine.
I mean,
Failed
Vigo
by one
screams
is
like
failed.
a bitch either way.
Fail by 1 is failed, but not critical fail.
Anyway, you were all terrified that you're about to die.
Rip.
Yeah, like I said, Vigo might not puke, but Vigo still screams like a bitch like everyone else.
God
Right?
damn.
One thing the party does here is Shadow screaming again.
Eventually, you land. The dragons land on a sea of jade. A frozen sea at that.
And give me a second because guess what went wrong? That's right. Uploading my shit. Well,
No
it's
fun.
uploaded, but it didn't select it. Come
And
on now.
because Zila blew chunks and Vigo was not blowing chunks, Vigo is going to approach Jethro and demand the money.
Looking very pale and sickly, struggling to catch his breath. You cheeky bastard. Alright. He'll hand you the 20 gold.
Thank you
Vila
much.
laying on the ground, though. She is not the one screaming. It's Revenant still. Revy? Revy? We're on the ground. I don't think I can make her stop.
The dragons seem to walk off once you're gone. Once you're off their backs. Drakes.
Somethings.
Gaily friends.
Something's. Sprout calls after them. Thanks for the ride.
Sosachi will give the dragons a thumbs up.
Vila waves with her kind of wispy hair.
I say after returning to a sitting position, Jethro will check over his gear again.
Also, considering it's been 2 more days, it would probably be a good idea to eat again.
He's too sick to
Nah.
eat.
More.
Now then, if I create a bunch of random citizens just walking around here, I wouldn't possibly be making them all one species. That'd be silly.
You could maybe have some racial commentary.
I wouldn't possibly be doing horrible, terrible things on this map right now.
What, like being
That's a lot of kitsune.
It might be. It might very well be.
I'm
Are we-
almost entirely certain it is.
Are we doing mean things to the kitsune?
Probably not.
We'll see in a
there's-
moment. And sorry, go ahead.
They're festival goers. It's the festival.
Speaking of mean things, while he's doing that, Jethro's gonna pull out his pistol again and do several checks on it, taking out the magazine, pulling back the slide partially.
Ignore the fact that they're rolling magic. They're the only tokens I can just slapdash on here. Anyways,
It's festival magic.
exactly. Anyways.
I'd be surprised this thing didn't go off on the trip. He says, still inspecting his weapon.
I make sure to make all my alchemist files. Feels weatherproof.
Damn, if you're surprised, maybe you should unload it next time.
Viola Shadow actually gets up enough to shake her. Why are you not screaming too? Because that was scary and fun. I mean, I've already gotten blown up, my entire body blown up. Not much is more scary than that. I mean, I thought I was gonna die. Then why aren't you screaming? I don't know. Just wasn't. I guess you screamed for both of us. You're impossible to understand. I'm an enigma inside a puzzle. I find it especially funny about Zila is she actually has a very high int score.
Amazing.
Like, she knows so many things. Just she doesn't know anything that actually matters.
I like the one single kitsune up north.
I was asked to put that there. I don't know anything about what they're doing there, but they're there. They're just chilling.
They're doing fox things. Don't worry about them.
Yeah, they're foxing around.
Fox around.
Is wire supposed to be green like this?
Pretty sure
well-
it's not water.
Well, no, because it's like the frozen Jade Sea, right?
I assumed that was an in-character question,
Yep.
I'm saying yes.
but
The amount of C made out of Jade seems weird. So right now, she's just waiting for her party to decide what they're doing. Not being one to take the lead.
Well, we're more so waiting for the one that actually knows what's going on.
Well, yeah, and also I need to kind of just a general. What does the party see?
Say, Jethro's still just checking his weapon. He's like pulling back the slide, kind of testing the spring strength of that. He's also testing the hammer. He's pulling out the magazine and like pressing down on the top cartridge a bit.
Sorry. I see what you DM'd me, Tama. So is that what? So Sashi has already taken in the scene before them. I see. Do you want her to just immediately go that way?
Your choice.
Okay, that's why I'm asking. Like, do they see the scenes? Do they feel urged to
Oh
go
no,
check out the festival
gonna
itself? Yeah.
I'm gonna describe
Okay.
it in a minute. I was just waiting for you to finish.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Anyway, the party arrives to the festival parade grounds where there are a number of different people carrying various baskets of different types of food and produce, as well as many different dancers that seem to be at the main temple. And, well, not the main temple, the temple to the side. This is where the party seems to be focused, where the festival seems to be focused. It is very crowded.
Looks like we arrived right into the heart of the party.
It would seem so. Granted, this admittedly, I was told that there might actually be a fight that breaks out here. She then looks around for a bit, getting a general idea of the lay of the land, so to speak. Do I need a perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think at
12.
I think at this point, Jethro's done checking his gear and is following along. Should he do perception as well?
Yeah.
Hoggers.
I was just kind of amazed by all the stuff in this place.
I've
Sprout
determined. Sorry, go ahead.
will also be looking around at everything in amazement. I can
Uh,
fucking open the sheet.
I've determined that everyone in the party is just blind.
God damn it!
You were saying?
Fuck everything.
On the
I
note
rolled
of
a
being
23.
blind.
Proud has never been more assured that there are not people in another world controlling his every move.
What the fuck?
We're doing that, I see. It is. I just put it in a random tokens, just there's festival goers. Yeah. There's probably some stands and other shit around there that I need to just get something uploaded. Anyways.
Alright, DMing Zeal in a second.
Okay.
So while they're doing this, Jethro's actually going to pull out another piece of the blue gum and take a piece.
While she's looking around and while the party is possibly not watching her, Zila seems to see something and starts wandering off in the general direction of what she saw. Her curiosity getting the better of her. And Revenant being still too shaken to actually complain.
I guess that's the question. Would Jethro notice? Or anyone else for that matter?
Notice what?
Notice Zila walking off towards the thing he saw.
Yeah, I was about to say Vigo was just waiting for someone to take lead, and as soon as Sela starts walking off somewhere, he starts to follow.
So Sashi will just have what did you see?
Hmm? Oh, I saw some people at the festival, but they were going in an area that others weren't going to. I was kind of wondering what they're doing, so I was gonna go
Oh.
look.
I see.
she-
Go ahead.
And she continues walking.
So Sashi will go ahead and follow then.
Same as Jethro.
Fluff. Or wait, which one is it? Like, read the other thing I sent.
Oh. The directional thing you said?
Uh-huh.
Well, she is going in that direction. She just didn't really seem. She just does not really seem to be explaining to her party very well. I am sorry, words are hard for me today.
Your token is on the map and you can move it.
Where is my token?
Bottom right corner.
Bottom right corner.
Because they landed on the sea, yada yada.
Either way, she begins going.
Wait,
To the north.
that's the ocean, right?
Yeah,
Or is it
but
sea?
Presumably.
Okay, so
It's
that's
frozen.
just water. Oh, it's frozen. Okay.
yeah,
So it is
it's
actually
green.
ice.
Frozen. No,
But it's not ice, it's jade. It's rock.
Oh shit! Right. I'm tired.
they're on the Jade Sea. Watch out for Jade Maz. Anyways,
But what about Jade Paws?
oh,
Why would you be watching out for them?
You never know.
well, I have a character named Black Jade who has black paws. That would count for Jade Paws, right? Anyways,
What about Princess Katana's best friend, Jade?
Mm. Wow.
anyways.
But yes, Zila is still going to the north in the direction she saw all stuff. Ears
So the group,
wiggling and eyes curious.
so
One of
the
the
group will follow
kitsune seems to stop Zila before she passes the. No, it's like,
Okay. You can copy paste tiles, by the way.
there we go. One of the kitsune seems to stop Zila before examining her closely. I don't recognize you as being on staff.
On staff? She looks very confused. Just by the terminology.
For the event.
Oh. Are those people working here? Sorry.
Yes.
I don't really know exactly where we're going.
Well, the rest of the event is happening. They point to the temple that the others were trying to pass.
Oh. I'm sorry. She droops her ears. She legit wasn't trying to make trouble. I'm not really from either of the lands nearby, so my bad.
How did you get this far if you don't have an invitation? You were invited here, right? They look at her sternly.
He rode on Drake's. She says, extremely honestly,
Maybe we should stop going to things.
You tamed a bunch of drakes, rode them all the way through all this territory, and you survived. They're trying to process this.
only
So
barely.
Sashi will step up and say, apologies. One of the protectors of your territory invited us here and lent us their drakes to make the journey.
You wouldn't happen to have a name.
But there was a name on there, wasn't there? On the tomb. Except I forgot it. It's been a long week,
Roll recall.
right? Alternatively, I can go to the last.
Sprout read the text, so Sprout would know what it was.
It was read out loud. Everyone heard the name.
Okay. Can
How do you
Sprout
know?
roll something to recall?
Sure.
What would that be? Just like, I don't know, wisdom or intelligence
Nature.
or something? Nature, okay. Please, for the love of fucking everything that exists. Okay, that's acceptable. 22.
As you remember and give them the druid's name, they just burst out into laughter. I'm afraid you're a bit late to the party. That druid's been long dead. And as such, doesn't have much clout over here.
That is, and that seemed to be a suggestion for them when we encountered them. But
Sheila just lifts one of her ears, then the other, then the other. She has an incredibly simple expression on her face. Sheila's like the best head empty, no thoughts character I have.
They begin pulling out a tablet and start typing something on it. I'm going to need you to wait here while I report you to management.
so Sashi will then sigh as they walk away and say, "Well, unfortunately, without Lux having Lux around to just wave
Wait,
us
they are
through."
saying that they need you to wait there, to be clear.
Oh, she's waiting there. I'm saying, are they just is the one staff member staying there as well,
Yes.
or are they walking off? Okay, then never mind. So Sashi won't say anything. Besides, saying wistfully, it would be nice to have Lux here as well, but unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to go hunt them down.
They do always seem to kind of disappear at random. But I guess they have other business to deal with than dealing with a bunch of random adventurers that got assigned to be couriers.
Despite spending multiple days with us.
Anyway, do any of you do anything while they are still typing out the message?
Nope.
Rio doesn't really have anything she can do. Anything Revenant would suggest to do is not a thing she should do.
I mean, technically, no one else is around that you can see.
Well, except for the party, right?
That's a
Yeah.
temple that's blocking the line of sight, I believe.
Well, it's kind of a case of have to be careful because one wrong move is going to result in a fight. Sultashi doesn't have anything on hand that can disrupt electronics.
Hmm. Thinking.
I'll give you a few minutes.
I need to use the bathroom. Hello, be right back.
Okay.
I do think, though, after the nausea wears off, that Jethro's gonna eat another one of his rations.
We'll be starting in a minute or two.
Sorry, yeah, there's a DM conversation going on.
I have returned.
Hello.
Welcome back.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Still considering what to do?
Basically.
I'm not really sure what there is to do.
The only thing I could think to do would be a very typically Revenant thing to do.
I mean, you can.
Well, see, there's a problem that she has no reason to do it. This is just, as far as she cares, a guard doing their job. Remember, she usually gets aggro against people she views as criminals.
What's that?
Revenant gets aggro against people she sees as criminals or direct threats.
I
Not people
see.
doing their job, just because Zila wandered to a place she shouldn't have been.
Which means that if any of the party did anything, Revenant would go after them.
I suppose we'll see. But yeah, right now I think we're just content to wait and see what happens.
Only reason I am is because honestly, my brain is just not fully here. Actually, no. The truth is, never mind.
Sorry, 1 second. Actually, okay, actually, I do have a fun little idea, Sama, that works a little better with the things that I have trained instead of all the weird things you're suggesting.
That damn. Instead of all the things you're suggesting.
Interesting.
Did you know that the deception skill can be utilized to create a diversion? Anyways.
No, Silzon's about to fucking look over there, this guard.
Basically. So as she just seems to be standing there, she'll then just seem to pipe up and say, so how about the person over there? She says, pointing off behind them. That doesn't seem to be having your staff markings.
The fox seems
Sounds-
to adjust their tablet such that it reflects the area behind them. They do not seem to have fallen for this.
You aren't even going to let me roll deception?
Sure, fine.
Let me be completely clear about something here. If a +8 to deception isn't going to work, absolutely nothing else you've suggested is going to work.
Well,
Okay.
You were
There you
saying?
go. Well, I mean that's the thing. I have to be able to roll for it. If there isn't even a roll, my point was is if a roll isn't allowed for it, then something like the sleep spell or
Anyway, they seem to stare at you before pulling out a pair of handcuffs from their bag. I wasn't certain about you, but now I'm definitely taking you in.
Eh?
You
in
look
for
like you're a
what?
Takumi spy.
What?
A what?
no. Unfortunately, uh, unfortunately, we've actually been doing a lot of good work with luck. And if you would like to ask them directly, they can certainly vouch for us.
They're not even here.
That I know. But
So
I
that
imagine they are high enough that they would be involved in the local justice system, no?
Respected as Lux may be, they are specifically not invited here, or their ties with the other group.
Ah, I see.
Leela's eyes turned purple. So Zaji, how important was the thing you needed to do?
Um, well, it was important to the warden of the ocean, so I would consider it of high importance.
Good enough for me. That's not a good thing when Revenant says that.
Sprout gives a look of very concern.
Besides, seems like they intend to arrest us for doing nothing. And that makes them a bit of a threat, now doesn't it?
One could call it that, yes.
Theoretically, yes. I don't anticipate they would be able to get much on us besides showing up or showing up here, but not for spying.
This is why I hate factions like these ones. Always suspecting random folks of doing shit. I definitely want to do a thing, but my brain
You
is telling
can.
me
Do the thing.
If it's if you can convince Sozaji you're doing non-lethal, then she won't say anything or stop you.
it's Revenant.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, Sozaji will then just say whisper. Just just make sure to keep it non-lethal.
Fila actually, or Revenant rather, drops one of her alchemist fires. Here's near the fellow. Nope. Because I'm about done on playing nice.
Give me a second. Sorry, trying to find a number.
It's okay.
There we go. Whoops. I mean to still be clicking on Sprout while doing that. Anyway. What's Sela's AC?
You have the AC of 19.
So then I was right. Everything you suggested in DMs would have been suicide.
No.
Don't believe that for a sec.
Sela takes a pretty tough punch to the face, which deals her, let's see, 24 damage. Some of which seems, the blow seems to have an electrical punch to it.
So again, I was right. That leaves her. That leaves her at 2 HP.
Oh. I actually did that to test something. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah.
Again, we're all level 2. We'll have
Correct.
limited things we can do.
Correct.
So, at this point, like, what exactly are we supposed to do?
Absolutely nothing. Just die.
Fight or run.
The only option right now is run. Shit.
Well, the punch certainly leaves Zealous or Revenant's first standing on edge, and she is sorry that Zealous is gonna have to deal with that later.
Um. So Jashi will then very quickly drop a soothe spell. Before just seeing how hard that punch hit Zila, she'll just drop a shoot spell on her and then just shout for the rest of the party to run like fuck.
In response to that, Jethro will draw both of his weapons and attempt to move in while shouting for everybody else to leave.
I need to roll your healing real quick. There you go.
What, are you guys not leaving too? We all need to go.
Vigo's just gonna. Where's my cast button? Vigo's gonna cast Warp Step on himself. And then that is. So my speed goes up to 30, and then I immediately stride twice.
Now, which way do you go?
The fuck away.
There are multiple. That's not an answer.
I'm gonna go south because it's the only direction on the map that we can really go.
You know, it's not really a gate there, just a guard.
But I don't want to run past. Because if we run past, we're probably running into more guards. There it is.
Yeah, after drawing his weapons, Jethro is going to attempt to trip the guard, if such a thing is possible.
Also, you're all getting one action before we do initiative rolls.
Well, I technically did mine by throwing a alchemist fire.
No, you get one, but after you got hit.
Oh, okay.
With that in mind, Jethro is still going to attempt to trip them. If I may.
Go ahead.
Wish me luck.
Good luck.
Best of luck to you.
Nope, very low. Clicks on thing to do skills. Realizes they already have their sheet open. What is with my brain? Honestly, what is with my skills? Whatever. Not really important. Revi, did you have to start a fight? Zila complains quietly. But lacking anything else she can do, she will strides one action, right?
Mhm.
Okay. She will backstride. I'd move 20 feet, so I move 40 to about here. So she does have her hand on her grenades as well. Don't you carry anything other than alchemist fire? I don't go around intending to throw them to start fights. Also, I probably could have bought more formula for stuff, but don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. Anyone else? We all get one action.
I'm sorry, I'm trying.
Are you alright?
The effects of my poor sleep are starting to catch up with me. cast time 2 means it makes 2 actions. I mean, fuck, it takes 2 actions, right?
Oh well, I cast Warp Step, so and that was cast time too. So
Okay. Sprout's gonna cast. Sprout's gonna cast Protect Companion on Zephyr.
Actually, I need Vico to do a roll.
oh,
Give me a second to check this. Roll religion and arcana.
fuck. Hold on. Okay, so you said roll religion and arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Uh
Okay. Oh, I forgot. No, never mind. That wouldn't work. Okay, yeah.
okay.
Okay. So what did Sprout do? Protect companions and anything else?
You said I get 1 action.
Yeah.
So that would be my 1 action.
Or no, you have 3 action points to be clear.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought you meant 1 action.
Oh, if that's true, if we just get 3 actions, Jethro will attempt to grapple the creature then twice afterwards.
Since ally in the range, she won't throw. Steel won't do much of else because she doesn't want to hit others with her alchemist fire, since it will set them on fire.
Okay then.
Oh, hey, there is just a button for that. Nice.
Sprout's also gonna cast Magic Fang on Zephyr then.
Okay. Roll your initiatives.
Okay.
Okay, Vigo's turn first. Feel free to share anything that you read.
So I just have a couple questions. Where, like, how far away are they?
To each side.
Um, so wait, so they're like right next to Vigo?
15 feet in either direction.
Okay. And have they filled in the direction of the party?
Sorry, say that again?
Have they blocked the way back to the party?
No. There are
No.
none between you and the party.
Then Vigo's gonna run back in that direction after screaming like a bitch. And runs back in the direction of the party, shouting about zombies.
Huh?
I don't want to raise my voice to. Oh Christ. Where Vigo runs back to the party, shouting, "We're blocked in by zombies."
Zombies?
Did I stutter?
What's a zombie?
Every time Zila does that, it does not fail to make me laugh.
I suppose I'll wait till my turn. Never mind.
Shit, I don't even know what other action to take. I guess cast shield.
I will say that only certain creatures have attacks of opportunity, so
That's why I ran. I was rolling the dice there.
Yeah.
Oh, I wasn't aware only certain creatures have them.
Wait.
Yeah, that's the
in
thing.
2E.
In 2E.
Okay.
Yeah, 2E isn't like 1E.
Yeah, so I guess I'll cast shield and then also cast Hold on. What is this? I'll cast Inspire Courage with Lingering Composition. And
Okay.
drop it there.
What I was gonna say is 2E wanted to actually do a bit more compared to 1E and D&D 5E to actually encourage moving fights.
Yeah, basically everyone doesn't have to be a brick.
I have to cantrip composition duration run around. Attempt a performance check. Haha. So I have to do a performance check. I should read my spells, right?
Yeah.
That is a 22 against a... DC is usually standard difficulty DC of a level equal to the highest level target of your composition. But it's Inspire Courage, so it doesn't have a target.
What?
Okay, so it just works on everyone.
Alright then. Well, I was trying to figure out the length of Lingering Composition, because it makes that Inspire Courage last longer than a round.
Okay. Is that your turn?
Yeah.
Oh, whoops. There we go. Jethro.
So would a 24 athletics check grab? How does that succeed?
Do you want to shove them or grapple them?
Grapple.
Roll it.
Specifically grapple. I rolled a 24 on the turn before combat.
Okay. Then you manage to grapple the zombie.
The zombie?
Yeah.
I was
Wait, the guard in front of
as
them is
in
the zombie?
the guard that punched Revenant that I grabbed then afterwards in order to let everybody escape has now been revealed to me as a zombie.
Correct. You notice it when you grapple them.
Shit.
Good luck.
Wait, what happened?
This guard turned out to be a zombie.
Wait, it's all zombies? Always has been, Coxgun.
Oh, God. Let's not turn into Resident Evil here yet.
Nope. it's
Well,
Resident
what are you
Evil
talking
already.
about? I have a knife and a gun and a history of police duty.
Oh God, you are Leon Kennedy.
I told you my character was a ripoff, but
I mean, Kining City is close enough to Raccoon City.
Oh my God.
regardless, yeah, I guess with that in mind, having them grappled and also being able to draw my weapons for free thanks to Into the Fray, which I don't know if I can like shout that out in the chat, but never mind. Into the Fray, I get to draw either or both of my weapons, so in that case, I'll have my dagger out and I'll attempt to stab the zombie.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I said, with the creature grappled, I attempt to stab it.
Okay, roll damage.
Rolling damage.
You managed to hit it. Anything else?
I mean, not much I can do other than stab it again.
Go for it.
So that'll be second multi-attack.
Roll damage.
Oh my god. We're cooking. Gosh, I need to think if there's, like, actually anything else I can do, but I don't think I can, so I'll just stab them again.
Roll damage.
Really? You're too kind. And yep, that's all 3 actions. I'm already as close to my target as I can be. Yeah, turn's over.
The zombie seems to go limp.
Suspicious. I mean, mine turns over, so if we're still in initiative, I can't do anything else, so...
You are.
Yeah, so, I mean, in that case, I don't know if dropping it is a free action, but in that case, I suppose I'll release the grapple.
All right.
It is.
You
Zealous
say there
turn.
are other. You said there are other zombies.
The south.
Since there's no tokens on the screen, I don't know how far they are exactly, so. Uh. Getting a slightly simplified rundown of what a zombie is from a very annoyed revenant, Zila will attempt to throw one of her fire bombs at them.
Technically, that would be a religion check, by the way.
Hmm.
Though I'll
Sorry,
also allow Arcana.
I have to do that, but it's from the shield spell.
Alright, then I'll take one of my actions to do that roll. See if either of these two know what a zombie is. Or was it Arcana roll at 12?
No.
Well, Zila doesn't know what a zombie is. But Vigo seems afraid of it, so can I see the zombies in range?
Yeah.
She will attempt to yeet one of her fire bombs, because she really can't do anything else.
They are at least 60 feet away.
Oh. Definitely out of my throw range, so ignore that. And since she already got her face punched in, and thanks to Revenant's quick temper, she begins thinking very hard on what she should do. What's the range of Foxfire?
Say, speak of which, did you also apply the healing from the soothe spell?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
She was dropped down to 2 HP and she has 14 now. Range only 20 feet. So much as she doesn't really want to, she will actually go in the direction of the zombies. About 20 feet. Yeah, at first, because that's one move action or stride action.
Roll perception.
$25. Apparently I got a nat 20.
You see dozens of them off in the distance, and at least a dozen of them heading towards you from the south.
Bigo?
Yeah.
That's a lot, right?
Sorry. How many were there?
Me and Revenant counted at least 36.
Oh. That it's not a good O. I should clarify.
Veal will use her last action point, since that was to stride back and say to the party, who can hear her, there's like over 40 dude, whatever a zombie is coming this direction.
Fuck.
So, since it goes to Soldachi's turn, she will just say, "There's supposed to be a passage that's opening up underneath the temple. At this point, we need to go there as quickly as possible."
Agreed.
That means you should probably move.
Yep. So she will um she will start running. Using all 3 of her action points to stride 75 feet. That will be the end of her turn.
Sprout.
Sprout does
It's good boy time. Let's go.
Sprout is the best boy.
flying. Fuck even is me.
Sad
is.
wolf noises after having killed the zombie.
Oh,
But you're not a
Okay.
doggo, you're a wolf. Wolves can't be treated in the same way dogs are.
Sprout bolts after Silzaji, using all 3 actions to do the same, and Zephyr and Sunny would follow along behind.
All I'm gonna add to that is we'd have to call you the big bad wolf or big bad ass wolf.
Big.
Calling-
Sorry.
Vigo.
Vigo is going to spend all 3 actions running after them, which I think would be 75 feet for Vigo.
Assuming base movement speed of 25.
Did warp step only last for 1 round?
I believe so. Because it's like a single action cantrip.
Well, it seemed like a 2-action cantrip.
Well, yeah, 2 actions cantrip, but still, it was a cantrip. I can't find my spells. There they are.
I mean, if it's a cantrip, you can activate it again, I believe.
That is fair. I'm sorry, I'm just reading it. Yeah, it's a plus 5-foot status bonus to your speed until end of turn, and then immediately stride twice.
Which, I mean, yeah, you just get to make up for the lost turns with extra movement anyway. Or lost
So,
actions, I should say.
If I instead were to cast
You can
warp
add
step,
10 to how much you just moved.
yeah, I can add 10 to how much I just moved, and I still have 1 more action to move 30 more feet.
Whoa.
Whoop. What the hell?
You should be able to grab all of us, so that was something else.
Vigo was a spooky ghost for a second.
What the hell?
Oh fuck, I've broken everything.
As it goes sometimes.
Oh, I see. Fuck me.
Oh no. I've got like 3 Vigo tokens. I don't know what's happening.
Here you go, I
Oh.
fixed your thing.
No, it is immensely broken. I'll be refreshed.
I'm just imagining seeing after images of Vigo running by.
Oh my god.
Vigo
Amazing.
just fucking Usain bolting past the whole party.
Amazing.
Oh, it's not even loading. Oh no.
Just give it a bit. That or control control F5 so that you can cast refresh. Just so you know, if you have his token selected and hit the arrow keys, it moves them.
I'm aware of that now.
I'm telling everyone else as well.
It broke really bad because you did it while I was moving my token.
Beautiful.
Okay, I think I think it is fixed. Cool. So I think I was here, and Vigo, you can move an additional 30 feet because
Yeah.
with the last movement. There. It's still kind of broken, but we'll go with it.
I wanted to see if I could create another ghost.
Oh my god.
Apparently Raise a Shield expired, but that's because I didn't use the action.
Yeah, that's fine.
Alright, cool. What is happening?
Okay, so now it's death throw.
Indeed it is. Without the need for fancy spells, Jethro will just move 90 feet with all 3 of his stride actions.
It's Sprout also is just fucking booking it.
I'm just imagining, like the weird noises that Scout makes after drinking a bonk in TF2.
Zila.
Just like,
Sorry, I was just checking something.
You got Elixir of the Cheetah?
Nope.
Oh my
Right.
god, I actually do, and I didn't think to drink it.
Zila will just pick up her shadow. Yes, people would see her pick up the shadow. Oh, a la Scooby-Doo, and run with it. Everyone's going this way, so we're going this way. And that is not what I meant to do.
I even have the moderate version that gives me 10 extra speed, but never mind.
Revenant complains. I blame you for buying noodles instead of buying weapons. We can't even use many weapons. And that's still your fault too.
I don't think weapons would have fixed having to face that many zombies.
Hey, what are those things anyway? I'm sorry, I'm trying to be funny. For some reason, my brain just stopped.
They're certainly not the kind of folks I'd like to get cuddly with.
Zila?
I did my actions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, so then it would be Sasashi's turn. She'll just say, unfortunately, I don't have anything to boost or make everyone faster, so let's just. She'll point at somewhere towards the front of the temple. Quickly as possible. And with that, she's going to go another 75 feet. Where things start getting a little twisty.
Hmm.
Now it we Sprout. Baps to Paulo.
It's back to me. Okay.
Yep.
We fucking going.
No, little
There
fox
appears to
boy,
be
don't
two-
go to the Mountain Dew! Sorry.
Not prepared. I'm gonna go to here, and that'll be my actions. Because there's two people standing there.
Anyway, it is Vigo's turn.
Oh, it is? Shit.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I lost track of the initiative order.
It's okay, you have it back now.
Well, it'd be nice if it would, like, say it in chat when someone's, like, passes their turn.
I say we should say turn Endo.
Turn Endo.
Endo.
Hold on, how far is that? That would be my full movement. I'm gonna cast Warp Step again to catch up, and then cast Shield again to raise my mage shield.
That'd be Jethro.
Indeed, it would be. Without the need for any fancy magics. I don't know exactly where this movement is supposed to stop, or what exactly our objective is.
So that's
Do we-
pointing towards the front.
Do we see the two figures there yet?
Yeah.
Have we
Vigo
determined
does,
if they are
Suzashi does.
hostile?
No.
Do they seem in any distress?
Perception.
Indeed, perception. After
Sorry, I wasn't sure if that was everyone.
you are sorry, and I am too.
Is that everyone?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you mean? Is that everyone? Zila's still back here.
She's asking if that is a request for everyone to roll perception.
Ah, never mind. My bad.
How dare you make a mistake? Making mistakes is my job.
Chill. Making mistakes is everybody's job.
No,
Guaranteed
Especially
employment.
mine.
very specifically. No, very specifically my job.
I'm gonna need you to show me proof of employment on that one.
Damn. Okay, hold on. I'll work on forging it. Wait, I mean, you heard nothing.
I
You
do
get-
hear
you-
nothing all
you
too
get, like,
often,
a-
I'm afraid.
You get like a crooked cell phone photo of like a certificate in crayon.
Anyway, would Sprout and or Silzaji wish to observe the two figures in order to ascertain their intent?
Yeah, sorry. I was uploading shit.
Oh, come on, you've gotta be joking. Why is this happening?
What's it doing?
Oh, okay, never mind. My audio wasn't fucking up. I
I
thought that my
believe
other
in your
cable.
speakers. Sorry.
Question is, what's the side effect of ibuprofen?
No.
It's not supposed to be.
Yahoo.
Just it is possible that headaches can overpower ibuprofen.
Well, I haven't taken ibuprofen for having a headache, so.
Well, if you haven't eaten or drank recently, and also if your computer light is too bright, all of these can worsen headaches. Okay then. Looking over everyone's rolls. I feel like we're missing one. Sprout.
Fuck. Am I
Perception.
rolling? Okay, thank you. I'm going to find it.
Ah, perfect. I do have this.
Alright.
Jethro and Big O will notice that they just seem to be eating and holding a bag of sandwiches.
Well, then let Crystal eat her sandwich.
I'm not certain if this is a good sign or a bad sign.
Oh my god. Okay. The fucking circle on this screen made me shit myself for a moment because I thought my screen had a crack in it.
Oh no.
I need to go the fuck to bed.
So I guess the question is, do the two say anything to the party when they arrive?
They don't seem to have noticed.
Okay, so Joshi will now be looking around for some sort of entrance. As
It
Zila
is right
catches up.
behind them.
I just take my movements, since it's not really important for me to say anything otherwise.
She'll just say to the party, right behind those, they seem to be distracted with the sandwich, so try to be sneaky and we can probably get to safety.
You think they might be more zombies?
You know, if they are, then it will be a lot easier to sneak past them.
They're right in
Otherwise-
front of the entrance. How the fuck are we supposed to sneak past them?
So Sashi will just shrug and say, I have a thing on my short boat to become a cheetah, but I don't know about the rest of you.
How is becoming a cheetah gonna help you sneak past?
Because I look like an animal.
I don't think they're just gonna let a cheetah walk into the temple.
And keep in mind, if these are real people, we need to tell them that zombies are attacking their town.
That is fair. Very well, I will attempt to beseech them.
Alright.
So Sashi will then go up. Unless, are we still doing initiative orders right now?
I'll allow a break in it.
Okay. So Sashi will go up to the two and say, hey, we need to get to, we're moving quickly. There is a massive horde of zombies.
Sorry, say again?
She just says, hello, sorry to be brief, but we need to move as there is a massive horde of zombies coming this way.
How did you get past security? Lachlan asks.
The security guard turned into one of the zombies. It was quite distressing, actually.
The white one just asks, "Are you high?"
We are being completely serious right now.
Well, no, I figured that, but zombies. You can't be serious.
Sprout points back the way they came from.
The zombies have not caught up to visual range yet.
As Sosashi looks over, she says, I suppose we ran quite fast, actually.
Listen, I know it's outlandish, but it is dire. If we don't get inside and board everything up right now, we're going to be swarmed by them in no time.
Roll persuasion.
And persuasion. Oh. Well, you win some, you lose some.
Sasashi?
Oh, okay. I thought you were only asking for Jethro's. Okay.
You are trying to persuade them.
Yeah. 20.
I don't know what I got.
The blackguard just looks up at you and says, happens every year. One of the festival goers eats a few too many edibles and suddenly they're seeing monsters. Look, we're willing to overlook that you got back here. But please, just rejoin the festival.
No offense, but I have not had any of the festival food, nor anything except for a loaf of bread.
Is that what you're baking this stuff into now?
No, it was a normal loaf of bread purchased at one of the merchants in one of the towns at the standard market.
To be
Nothing
fair,
is baked around here right now, including us. I promise you we're being fully serious. And Sprout will attempt to roll persuasion or the equivalent of that, I guess.
It's diplomacy.
Okay, diplomacy. Yeah, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I need to go to fucking bed. Why does it hate me?
Look, I sympathize with you, and I understand just how hard it can hit when you've taken a few too many. The white one just stares at them for a moment. But we've been ordered to not let anyone through, and we are guarding our post.
I understand at the very least, then can we stay on this island for at least a little bit until the zombies get into visual range? If that will help convince you.
Look, we're supposed to contact security if someone gets too far along. And we really don't want to get you arrested. The white one says.
But I'd also rather not get clawed and bitten to death. No offense. And like I said, all I have had is a normal loaf of bread. So unless someone's going around to the local supermarkets taking food.
The white one just their head in their face. Their face in their hand. Fuck. Wouldn't be the first time.
I see.
Listen, if you truly believe us insane off of some hallucinogen, how do you think we could have even gotten past your guards?
running for it? I mean, It's not like the security was trying to shoot people. Zila, will you shut up? Says her shadow, quietly. What? I have to be honest.
Sorry, what did you say before?
Me?
No. Zila.
Zila just said, we probably. I mean, they could have just ran past security. It's not like they were trying to shoot anyone. And then Revenant told her to shut up, but she complained that she can't lie.
Everyone roll perception.
Suddenly the perception actually is okay. Oh.
Hello.
Perception.
Sorry, I'm working on it. Fuck everything.
Oh no.
Sprouts is the two kitsune suddenly vanish into thin air. Everyone else, however, sees a blur of purple and yellow quickly running into them. And then carrying them off.
So how she will just blink.
Zila makes it sound like this. Meep.
Well, that was interesting. I think Drake's just swooped in.
Oh, actually, hang on. Since Jethro cleared this by a bit more, let's indulge a bit.
Okay. The only, the only thing Suzashi knew that was purple and yellow were the drakes they rode on.
Fuck you and the drakes you wrote it.
I mean, if you insist.
God.
Anyway, enjoy that. Do with that as you will.
Hold up. Let me. I see.
What did you see?
Darned things ran off with their sandwiches. And by the looks of it, they've been collecting a lot more.
I see. Well, I suppose we can go in.
Jethro will look behind him. Have any zombies come into sight?
Not yet.
Wait, are you saying the drakes were stealing sandwiches?
Quite possibly. Who knows what they did with the guards? All of you get inside. I'll check it out.
I can't believe they were actually Maridon the whole time. Holy shit. It's because I had to take off my headphones at the time the full description was given.
Wait, you didn't get that?
Like I said, I had to take off my headphones, so all I heard was the coloration. I did not hear anything else. And it only just now dawned on me they're drakes for Maridon. Anyways,
I will allow everything that just happened up to viewer interpretation. And that is certainly a interpretation of that event.
certainly, you know.
Anyway, Jethro will start walking off back towards the entrance. All of you get inside, start boarding up. Make sure you're ready for anything that comes through. I need to make sure what I'm seeing is real.
See. I don't have a way to board it up. There is, but what I can tell you is that down this way there is someone who is particularly powerful. If we can make it to them before the zombies make it to us, then we will be fine.
Do what you can. I'm just gonna make sure we're not being followed.
If you insist.
I suppose I should ask for DM input on how far I can move before I attempt to look for more zombies to see if they followed us.
Well, you're capable of going as far back as you like if you need to.
I'm gonna start with a full round of movement, that is to say 90 feet back in this direction. Yeah, I think I'll go back to the entrance, making sure not to walk through any doorways and giving corners a wide berth.
Okay, roll will save. Okay,
12.
we'll handle all of that later.
All right then.
So everyone goes inside the temple.
Yeah,
Yep.
think so. I'll drag Sprout in because Paolo is having a moment.
I can drag myself in.
You find yourselves falling. And suddenly, you are on a ship.
What?
It seems to be in the open seas. The captain of the ship seems to be a kitsune with a strange blue sailor's cap. There's a it is a raindrop on it.
So sorry.
He yells loudly. Don't know where you came from, but quick. We need to fix this ship up or it's gonna sink.
Okay. Do you have supplies? So Tashi asks if she gathers her bearings.
There's
You know, slowly.
there's tar and bailing buckets below, as well as some planks and nails.
I sense crafting rolls.
Right.
Mhm.
So Tashi will just nod and then turn to the party and say, "I will admit I did not expect us to go on and well, this kind of adventure."
Starting to wonder if we are tripping, but I'm just gonna go with it.
Well, I haven't had any drugs, so unless someone secretly drugged me somewhere, I suppose it could have started when we suddenly went, found dragons in the stable. But anyways,
Feel will get up to help. She doesn't really know what else to be doing. Or rather, or given the situation, that seems to be the best thing for her to be doing.
Sprout will help to bail, I guess.
so Joshi will work on taking care of the tarring, I think. Unless that's what Zila is doing.
She's just doing anything generally needed, tarring, putting up boards. I think one of these days I'll know how to click a button.
Oh no. Same.
Are you fucking
Uh-oh.
kidding me?
Diego just being like, alright, I know how to build a ship.
Ugh.
Not only is Vigo going to start putting up boards and sealing with tar, but is also going to start a fucking sea shanty while doing it.
Oh my god. Um,
Vigo is easily the most adept at fixing the ship, but everyone else seems to be. Oh, I'll roll for you, Sprout.
I'm supposed to roll crafting for bailing?
You're also fixing the ship.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, Jesus,
excellent.
alright.
Oh,
Why
that happens.
here? Why now?
so somewhere in this, for some reason, they trade places. Now Zila and Sosashi are going to end up being forced to do bailing.
I fucking guess.
Yeah, so whatever's happening is just happening. Just generally, Liziel are trying to help, but she's an alchemist. She doesn't really know how to fix a boat. That's like asking a cook how to wire a house.
Meanwhile, Sprout the Druid has never fucking been on a boat in their life.
Woodworking, I'm sure it comes naturally.
See, I'm just imagining like Vigo and Sprout both like went full pirate instantly.
The entirety of the party works very hard to fix the ship. However, it seems like everything that gets fixed, for everything that gets fixed, another two break, and the ship seems to be taking on more water.
Um, 1 second. Question in DMs. Oh, another question. Okay. I don't know why I think I need to click on S in particular. Okay, there we go. Okay. Anyways.
doesn't seem to be working. She complains. Zila, who only
So-
barely knows what
The
she's
pouring
doing.
rain and crashing thunder that seems to be above you only gets worse and louder as the ship has definitely taken on a lot more water. The number of tasks, including repairing the sails, also seems to increase. Sprout is able to handle this, however, for the most part, though it means that the others are short-handed for patching together the ship.
So Taji will just say, well, unfortunately, we don't have much of a choice right now. Even if it's getting worse, we just have to keep trying our best.
Well, she's certainly not gonna stop. Just a increasingly wet and miserable looking ghost fox is running about.
Make a new set of rolls, including a new will save for Silsashi.
Okay. Oh, and crafting, you said?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Nope.
Sprout.
Mm,
Crafting roll.
okay. Nowhere near as good as the last one.
Oh yeah, Cat 20 is kind of hard to beat.
Silsashi senses the impending death of the ship sinking, and the ship seems almost entirely full of water. It is creaking, and the wood is groaning, and it feels as if it's about to capsize.
At which point the party will notice her fur very suddenly turn blue as she begins panicking.
Not only does she turn blue, her ears are finned and her hands are webbed. Her claws also turn blue.
Zila just looks at this with a well, what the hell expression while doing whatever her 21 in crafting amounts to.
Sprout is also very confused.
She'll look down at herself and just in a moment, momentarily swear, but she's still a bit too busy panicking. I, I see what you meant by survival. And continues to try her best to keep the ship up. Because even now, she's still as well afraid for the lives of her friends.
We'll
But,
state that Revenant has been the one who has taken over, so attribute that 21 to her crafting check due to her determination not to let Zila die. Easily, at least.
And yeah, if anyone was paying attention, then what she had said is, he wasn't kidding when he said survival, basically.
Too distracted by work.
Okay. For anyone not panicking.
Less panic, more monofocus.
Understood.
I was holding as many planks as they can in place.
Zila would be saying in Revenant's head, see, All the doors are either mimics or they go weird places. None of them can be trusted. This is not the time.
The ship
Uh,
capsizes, and you find yourself sinking into deeper, darker, blacker waters until not a single thing is capable of being seen. The weight of the water feels crushing. Also roll will saves.
wait a fucking second. I just remembered something. I think.
Zila and Vigo are the first to realize that they are not, in fact, suffocating. However, the darkness around them pierces into their very soul. A fear in particular strikes Vigo that this is their end, that they shall meet it at the bottom of the oceans, perhaps at worst, forced to live out till they starve to death, if they get that lucky. Terror sets in at the idea of all of the people that they would never get to say or sing to. While the others merely think, oh my god, I'm drowning, I can't breathe.
What is Silzaji's current state?
I don't know. We'll save.
She did 12.
Actually, then that, yeah.
The first one or the second one?
There were two will saves, one for you panicking and that form
Oh.
revealing itself, and then another for you sinking.
Yeah, this is, the 12 was for sinking. That's
Okay.
why I'm asking what's the
Then yeah.
scripture.
You believe you're suffocating.
Okay, so yeah, she seems to be gasping.
No
Okay.
matter how much you try to swim or resist, you find yourself ever sinking until eventually you hit the bottom. It is then that eerie trails of light surround you. Not quite enough to make clear the surface around you. To make clear the surface or the area around you. It is not until the area becomes far more lit by the strange glowing, and until a pair of massive wings are pulled back, that you
Oh, 1 second. I'm creating a
see the
map
top
here
of
for
the
you.
harvest temple.
I
You are
see.
surrounded as if in an aquarium by water. You quickly realize you're capable of breathing. On the subject of surrounded, of course, there's also a gargantuan dragon standing before you.
What did Zila's 24 will save do again? I'm confused.
You didn't feel like you were gonna die.
Okay. So Zila is, as usual, excessively confused as to what's going on. There are so many things that have just happened around her, and while she doesn't have the feeling she was going to die, Zila can't swim, so after just kind of sinking like a rock, she is confused. And seeing the
Sorry,
dragon, her first thing is, holy shit, that's a huge dragon! Revenant is confused how Zila took over again. When the hell did you even...
Also, I'm not saying I just remembered that Kaora made an overworld sprite for this. I just remembered that.
You also forgot the foxes that are no longer standing where they are.
Understood. Okay. So everyone
Giant
has everyone get...
bioluminescent dragons standing before you. Feel free
Yeah,
to shit
so-
yourselves.
Yeah, so Zazie is still trying to collect herself and currently seems a bit speechless.
Vigo at the moment seem. Sorry, were you saying more?
No.
Nope.
No. Okay, so Vigo at the moment seems to have not actually noticed the dragon yet. It is kind of just staring at the ground with his previous thoughts. After a bit of that, he looks up at the dragon and mirroring Zila goes, "Holy shit, that's a big dragon!"
Hey, I already said that. Find your own funny lines.
The dragon roars, though each of you understand the roar as if it was common. Though it is still certainly a terrifying thing to behold, you understand it to mean you have no power here.
So Zazie will just stammer out, I wouldn't doubt that for a second.
I don't think we came here expecting to have power, or even fully of attention.
Your kind always thinks they have power and control. But beneath the waves, you are in my domain, and all bows, bending the knee to me.
So Zazie will take the suggestion and get down on her knee.
What is this?
Vigo and Zila,
Zila doesn't seem to know really what to do. So she kind of mimics her party, less out of fear. Well, she is afraid of the dragon because it's huge, but more because she just doesn't really understand what's going on.
Vigo, meanwhile, is going to seem to hesitate to do this, but in the interest of not wanting to see what the big ass dragon is going to do to them, he similarly goes down to bow.
Hey, Silzaji,
Yeah,
is this that element, that primal you mentioned?
it might be.
intriguing, but you do recognize your place.
Why
Really?
wouldn't I? Oh, go ahead.
A really strong druid told us to come find you. I don't think he likes the whole ocean made out of jade that's around us.
It is certainly an abomination, though not a thing that my powers are incapable of purifying.
I see. And of course, I would know my place. I'm not far for it all. And this entire journey has been me getting tossed in the waves so far.
You notice, actually roll perception.
Okay.
So if I actually purr at the dice, then I finally get to roll perception. Understood.
As it wraps its wings around you again, you realize the bioluminescence, the light being emitted, is from those wings, from its body. And, furthermore, it seems to be manipulating the way that the water refracts those lights, creating something akin, creating effectively a light show in your little aquarium.
Wow. That's so amazing. Zila, are you sure you should be being impressed by this? Well, why not? If it wants to kill us, it'll kill us regardless. No need not to. So what's the point of not at least thinking the lights look cool? I I can't actually argue with that.
Beneath the waves into a true master of the water, even light bends to your own whims.
And that's what this is. The light bending to your will.
Yes,
Wow. He would poke Sprout. Hey, wouldn't this be something really amazing to you? I mean, isn't this like, I mean, you're connected to nature, so
Sprout is looking around and the is not doing diddly shit.
I did not hear that.
Sprout would be looking around in amazement and going, I'm sorry for not reacting much. The ibuprofen is not helping us.
It's okay.
Understood. Um, I see. I don't think I would even live long enough to reach that type of mastery.
that's quitter talk. That's how most mortals are. Are you idiots?
Years are cheap to buy if you know what you are trading for them. If you know what to trade for them.
I see. Unfortunately, I did not.
Hmm. I guess that wouldn't matter what you're wanting.
The druid said that it's possible to water to soothe heal people.
Your
You were
microphone
muffled
called.
for that.
Oh, sorry. The druid said it might be possible to use water to see the life around me to be able to soothe people, soothe life and heal life.
Sort of like, well, you kind of look like a quiet creature right now.
Yes. Well, it's a bit of a remnant from the druid's magic.
None of us have something like that. That seems a little bit more specific, don't you think?
Yeah. I wonder if it's related to me being a Ganzi.
Hmm. Anyways, Mr. Primal person,
Yes.
You said you could end up fixing the ocean. That's all been turned to jade, right?
It would take time, and only one area at a time.
How'd this even happen? I'm not the smartest when it comes to this kind of stuff, but it doesn't seem natural. And we got chased in here because of a whole bunch of zombies.
Originally, the Takumi and the Toreka were as one, but their leaders had stark differences in what they thought made one worthy. Thus, their competitions were often without end. Eventually, because of the presence of a certain other, those differences became too much to bear. Each of them had aspirations, believed that they were the true rightful ruler of this area.
So they basically fought over control.
A heinous act was committed because of their greed. Both lives were lost, and the world wept so much that even the seas froze.
And that started the feud that we've seen.
Each of them blames the death of their leader on the other.
It kind of sounds like both sides are a little short-sighted and not really taking blame for their own mistakes. At least I think.
They seek a control that exists beyond them.
I see. Uh, well, I guess if it's not too much to ask, though, for what the druid, the warden of the sea, had told me, would you be able to teach me how to use water in the quest for life?
I see. You wish to become a client.
That is the word for it? Sure.
For the record, just for those confused, the etymology from client comes from heeding, one who hears or obeys.
Ah.
The term originally denoted a person under the protection and patronage of another.
That's so
Hence
cool.
why today it's used to refer to someone who is protected by a legal advisor. Anyway, there's your writing fact for the day.
That's neat.
Right?
Yes.
You understand that my terms will not always be peaceful.
Can are the terms able to be done without, well, murder?
If you were adept enough, perhaps you may succeed at them without murdering.
I see.
You know, Silzaji, while I don't agree with much of what Revi says, if you're going to protect life, you have to be willing to take it from those who would destroy it.
I see.
Can you choose who lives and who dies in the greater service of the protection of this world? Can you become the instrument through which another makes that choice?
And what is your insight into the world? I understand you have much control over the waters of the world, but I am curious, how well do you see into the hearts of those who dwell in it?
Suddenly you find yourselves in a place that you can only imagine to be a fairly deep part of the ocean. You are given a version of dark vision for this, so you're able to see it. As each of you reaches a hand out, you are capable of feeling the individual heartbeats of all the different creatures in the water. Every um, every adjustment of their fins in order to propel themselves forward is felt by you. Every new life growing similarly so.
That is absolute. Well, Sasashi actually is completely speechless for a while. In case anyone else wants to speak first.
Thela seems to be trying to process all the feelings of this. It's such a foreign, foreign concept to her that her brain is actually having a little bit of trouble understanding it. Yet it also kind of does, since it vaguely reminds her of the ether she tended to exist in whenever she was not summoned, when she was a familiar, but not quite as alive.
Sasashi will attempt to, after a bit, will attempt to focus on what she's feeling to see if she can even sense the ambitions of anything in the water.
You feel a deep and unwavering resolve to protect the creatures of the sea. This seems to come from the dragon, though.
I can understand why you want to protect them. I guess my question is for my question. If one who would hurt these could potentially be transformed into someone who would not, so to speak, that is what I am wondering if you would be able to discern.
If they can make remuneration for their transgression.
She nods. Understood. Then if you would grant me the wisdom to become skilled at, well, delivering them to your justice, that is a path that I could take.
Then I shall grant you this power. Know this, though. Should you betray me, should you betray our contract, I will be as merciless as the tide itself.
Jeremy learned how merciless as the tide can be a few moments ago, that's for sure.
When you are out at sea on a ship, you are at the auspices of the water. It carries you to your destination, but with too much disrespect, it curses you. Once, long ago, there was a ship destined to arrive at their home. The captain saw a particular bird, one of my servants, and shot them. Thus the sea granted a curse upon all men, and upon especially the captain, forced to bear that bird around their very neck as a sign of shame and torment for daring to cross the rules, daring to violate that agreement which had been made with all the creatures of this land. You shall similarly, if you betray my ideals, be forced to wear such a bird.
Mhm.
So
Does that,
Zashi will just go ahead.
does that apply to everyone who's with Sildaji too?
Is that asked in character?
Yep.
Okay.
To a lesser extent.
She will just say, understood. As long as my overall goal is to protect the beauty of the life in this world, then I can, and then you will not have to worry about my betrayal. But I will certainly try to see if there is a way to first deliver them unto a justice that can teach them to be a new person first. To kill the person who would cause the harm and replace them with someone with a version of them that would not. So to speak.
Very well. Then as time grows and as you prove your worthfulness to me, I shall teach you more of my abilities and how to utilize them. Though understand this, our contract does not give you control. You are just as much at the mercy of these abilities as their benefactor. Such is what it is to be out at sea, where you shall always find yourself henceforth.
Um, see that if you mean that at least somewhat figuratively, correct?
No matter where you walk, as long as you are my client, you are at sea. You may not see the water surrounding you, but you are always within my waters.
Understood.
Also, roll will
Alright.
save for how brave Silsashi manages to be through this.
Okay. Not very.
Get fucked. Zachi is scared shitless and barely managing to move.
Basically. If anyone in this room right now understands that she is not in control, yeah. Or I should say that they are not in control.
Hmm.
Ah. There's still a portion of my neck fan that worked. And then it just grabbed another strand of hair, and that was the end of my neck fan.
We taught you how to open it up,
I've tried to.
but
Doesn't want to come open.
see.
I'd have to actually like use screwdrivers and shit.
Okay.
Anyways, continuing. Unfortunately, this entire thing is giving me another painting challenge. How dare.
I have granted you all further wisdom and a healer. What else do you seek?
Well, I don't really know. Oftentimes, Silzaji's the only one who actually knows what we're doing. I just kind of exist and follow her around. Revenant sighs. You know, you made us sound like we have completely no motivation. Well, do we? Other than your desire to eventually kill our old mistress, we don't really have one. I mean, isn't that something? Not particularly.
So you seek revenge.
Well, kind of. Kind of nothing. We indeed do. Namely on our mistress, as who mistreated us throughout our entire existence ever since she summoned us. She didn't start out that way. And that excuses it, Zila? Give me a break.
One who is so indecisive and cannot choose their path forward will struggle to bear this burden. And this could be mended, but only should you choose and commit to the path forward you wish to take.
Revenant was going to take a tone, but the view of the dragon just kind of makes her calmly say, and what do you mean by this could be mended?
If you are to serve me, then I need that service to occur such that another one of you is not fighting against it.
The other? Well, the issue is Zila seems to have taken more to wanting to try and find a new path in this life, as opposed to, the very reason we're damn alive.
I am aware of the mage you seek the death of, and should you choose it, should you choose to commit this body to that goal, I'll better purpose it.
This has Revenant pull one of her usual moves of taking full control. Alright, now I'm more interested.
My power is to those who will protect these, who will make sure that they flourish. If you help me destroy those who seek to poison my home, I shall help you in your seeking to destroy the one who poisoned you.
That's so. Hmm.
Find it very interesting, you mortal creatures, the way that the blood flows through you. It's almost like a river. One trained enough in my own magic would surely be capable of sensing it, of differentiating one river from another, and perhaps finding the one that they're looking for.
This shifts Revenant's eyes from purple to red. If that's the case, then I gladly accept. Have to do whatever your bidding is. Hold on, Revy. Are you sure about this? What's wrong? You have a problem with protecting the ocean? Not at all, but... But what? Are you suddenly losing your desire for revenge? I... I guess not. One can almost, despite the fact that Zila is currently the one in the shadow, will feel her uncertainty. Not so much at the deal, but one question whether or not she even still wants revenge.
Know this then. You are always within my waters, and should either of you choose to betray my purposes, to harm my followers, which again, your target of revenge is not, harm their lands, or any other such thing, I shall drown you on the spot. Regardless of how far you are from this world, of how high you get, or any other means that you might find of running, I shall drown you.
This absolutely terrifies Zila, whom being unable to swim is absolutely terrified of the water like that. Uh, uh, um, I have no intention of betraying you. And if what you offer will put me on the path to being able to find that mage and put them down, I won't get in the way of any of your minions, your followers. I have one goal, and that's it. Anything else is just details I don't care for.
And you, Susashi,
She'll look up, rapt at attention.
you understand those terms and accept them as well.
She nods. I would never do anything intentionally to harm any of your followers or the land or anything of the like. As for the people that you need me to deal with, I only ask that you grant me the creativity to allow them to experience a different type of justice that they can learn from.
That does lead me to a question.
Hmm?
She points at Silzaji. This one has gotten in my way several times when I've tried to handle things more directly. What if we come to an impasse on how to solve a situation?
In recognizing a unique form of bond between the two of you, I shall not attach any great weight to the fighting that you may engage in with each other and each other alone.
Alright, then I have one request, though I don't know if you can actually do it. I don't really want to be stuck to the half of me that doesn't really want to seek revenge. Revy? Because if what you're saying is right, if she hesitates, it'll screw me and likely Siljaji and all our allies over. I don't care much for her lack of resolve. Lack of resolve. Then what is it? Are you just afraid, or do you not want revenge anymore? I never did. Excuse me? I didn't even want to get involved with her again. I don't want to look for her, Revy. We have friends and allies now, and other things we can do. After everything she did to us, you don't want to. How? I just don't. And you'll get in the way of us finally getting a way to track her down. And because of this, Revenant is starting to get pissed. Don't get in your way. If you want to get rid of me, do it. What? If you want to get rid of me, then just do it. But I don't want to just look for revenge. I want to live, okay? I wouldn't mind helping bring this primal, well, because I want to protect like the oceans, because I just don't like seeing an entire your ocean turn to jade. It's wrong, and I think all the fish in there died. And I don't like that. But I wouldn't be doing it for revenge. I have no idea if I'm over talking. I apologize.
You're good. I've done a lot of talking.
I cannot speak.
I know, it's more. When the two characters are talking to one another, I worry I'm taking up too much time.
You good, Obsidian?
What?
Oh, just seeing if you are wanting to say anything in any of this, or just wanting to listen.
I've just been listening.
Okay.
Here's your answer.
I want to help protect the oceans, Mr. Primal. But I just don't know if I'm doing it for revenge or not. I'm doing it because I don't think seeing the ocean seeing waters and such get ruined is right. I don't know if that changes your opinion of us any.
Your path and what brings you here and what you desire are all yours, so long as we are in agreement. That's what matters.
Then I agree. And if I ever do betray it, hey, you, like, I understand you'll drown us on the spot. Well, I don't like her lack of resolve for revenge, but I'm with my other half there. I understand that if we fuck up, we're going to suffer really badly. So, guess we're all in on this.
So Sashi will then say, I think I'm going to also have to waterproof my electronics.
Very well then. Thus our accord is struck, and thus you are hence sea-bound, never far away from it, always at her mercy, given but a raft. Let us see how far you are able to travel then.
Guess it's really time to sink or swim. Let's just hope you can have better sea legs than you have air ones, Revy. I told you, stop calling me Revy!
So Sashi will just chuckle and let's see. Hold on, let me check. Do a will save to see if she's starting to resolve her nerves. Nope, never mind. She's not chuckling. She's still kind of like, you know. Anyways,
I need to go to bed. I can't stay up
Okay.
any longer. Good night.
okay. Good night.
Night. Stay safe.
Apparently, okay. I rolled a will save to see how these two are handling, and apparently, they're more distracted by being annoyed at one another than being afraid. The fuck? Again, they bicker like sisters, so. He also goes over and pokes Figo to see if they're alive. Hey. Has the giant primal dragon scared you too bad to talk?
Sorry,
Hey.
I'm way past my bedtime too.
Alright, we can end that here.
Yeah.
Falls over. Okay.
Alright, night. Stay safe.
Alright, I'm not going to be raiding out. I love you all. Stay wonderful. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. Hope you enjoyed my silliness.